ecology and environment. And as far as India is also committed and progressing positively as per Paris Climate Agreement. And that is very important, where efforts are centered to reduce carbon emission by 33 to 35% by 2030. On that line, this e-vehicle policy is very, very important. The United Kingdom is also working hard to reduce its carbon emission to net zero by 2050. We are also working on the same line and import the air pollution, water pollution and sound pollution. These are the three crucial problems. As far as our commitment for ecology and environment regarding air pollution, we are facing a lot of health problems. So we have a highest priority that how we can protect the health of the common man and giving a sustainable life to them. So on that line, we are very much punctual and very much assertive, and at the same time, we want to make it as early as possible. That is to be import substitute, cost effective, pollution free, and we want to develop Indian technology innovation here in India as far as the e-vehicles are concerned.
The electric vehicle supply chain, you think that India can have the largest market share of? Is it the whole vehicle or parts of vehicles as well?
The government is supporting domestic manufacturing and encouraging localization of all EV parts. Now the battery in EV is the most important component which shares 50% cost of an e-vehicle. I had recently chaired a meeting to push research and development efforts towards alternative battery technology for electric vehicles, such as metal ion, metal air, and at the same time zinc ion, aluminum ion and steel ion also. We are making a lot of experiments. And now our research is on the final stage, where I am confident that we will get good results from that. The research and academic institutions in India are working hard for the development of indigenous and low-cost battery technology for electric vehicles. We can generate 81% value of lithium-ion battery in India. Further, I am pursuing research for its substitute, such as aluminum ion, zinc ion, sodium ion batteries. Simultaneously, we are aggressively pursuing research on green hydrogen as a transport fuel. The Chennai IIT is doing a lot of experiments. The research performed by IIT Madras, that is Chennai, on hydrogen fuel cell is very interesting, where they are trying to generate energy from sea-based salt water and solar power. So I am very much confident that on that line we are working, because that is the need of the country, and this futuristic development is very, very important as far as our ecology, environment and economy is concerned, and government is insisting on it.
And I wanted to set up an electric mobility business. What would India offer me that any other market wouldn't?
India's EV sector has been rapidly growing over the last 3 years, as both the center and state government have been taking initiative to promote the adoption of EVs. About $8 billion, that is rupees 51,700 crore, has been allocated for the domestic auto industry through a production linked incentive PLI scheme, and this scheme will make the component and auto industry highly competitive for improving the quality. We have allocated 3 billion, that is rupees 18,100 crore, for advanced cell chemistry battery storage. Our premier engineering institutes are including promising startups for EVs. Many startups are providing e-bikes on rent to public and logistic companies. The Amazon has changed completely their all type of fleet on electric. So that is to be a great thing in India. The government is planning to set up a financial institution to fund business with a focus on electric vehicles and facilitate new financial instruments for lending to public transportation and commercial vehicle segments. We are very positive, supportive, flexible, time-bound and transparent towards ease of doing business in the EV ecosystem.
So let's talk about some of the policies that you've implemented. There's an FAME 2 policy, which really helps to get faster adoption among the 2 and 3 wheelers. And that's a different approach than what you've taken for the subsidies for 4-wheel passenger vehicles. So tell me a little bit about that and shed a little light on why you've taken that approach.
We have a huge domestic demand for 2-wheelers. as it is the most popular affordable means of personal transport. Presently, our two-wheeler industry, the Bajaj, TVS and Hero, they are exporting their 50% of the production to the world. So our two-wheelers are very popular. The auto rickshaws play an important supplement in last mile connectivity in city areas. Our auto rickshaw are also popular in the particular African countries. We are exporting a lot of auto rickshaw there. Our rural transportation is dominated by auto rickshaw and two-wheelers, where we can replace them by e-vehicles. Through FAME 2 scheme, the government is also offering a subsidy of rupees 32,000 for electric two-wheelers and also rupees 3 lakh for electric cars and rupees 35 lakh for buses. So we are constantly supporting the e-vehicles. And now the most important thing is, as far as the fuel is concerned, Indian situation, we are power surplus. And compare rate of the diesel, petrol and gas, LNG, CNG, as compared with electricity, it is very negligible. It is import substitute, cost effective, pollution free. And from maintenance point of view, it is also very cheaper. There is no maintenance in e-vehicle. So 100% I am giving the example. On the Mumbai, the best is the bus service company, where diesel bus, they get the average expenditure for diesel bus is 115 rupees per kilometer. And for electric air conditioned bus, the expenditure is 50 rupees per kilometer. So 100% it is economically viable. And that is the most important reason that people are taking the advantage of it. Recently, the Delhi government incentivized EV by offering an additional subsidy of rupees 30,000 for e-two-wheeler and up to 1.5 lakh for electric car. The total number of electric two-wheelers in India are about 3 lakhs and the number are increasing rapidly. This can be easily charged at home and they have a very low operational and maintenance cost. OEMs in India such as TVS, Bajaj and Hero Motor Corporation are exporting 50% of their two-wheeler production. With huge domestic demand and adoption, the ecosystem for small electric vehicles is very well developed in India. Now the battery capacity, driving range and charging mechanism of electric cars are significantly improving. Our Indian company Tata Nexon EV become the largest selling electric car in the country. Global giants such as Tesla and Triton EV are soon expected to enter in the Indian market, electric vehicle market, and more such EV makers would make the price competitive. After the successful rollout of the vehicle scrapping policy, I am sure that the more people would prefer to buy efficient electric cars. And the government is thinking to give significant incentives to EV buyers who scrap their old IC engine cars. Above all, we are very much concerned about the environment and whatever is good for it, we are ready to adopt on priority because it is in the interest of the nation, in interest of the society, and where the pollution is the big concern as per the health problems are concerned, 100% we are very much committed for that.
Vehicle policies all over the world. Do you think India has done enough to encourage adoption in India yet?
Center and state government in India have been taking various initiatives to promote the adoption of EVs. We are giving highest priority for that. We are actively working to support EV industry by framing a favorable policy in the form of incentives, GST exemptions, etc. Our FAME 2 scheme with an outlay of rupees 10,000 crores supports electric 2 and 3-wheelers, e-buses and 4-wheelers with incentive for commercial registration. Government has increased subsidy by 50% to rupees 15,000 per kilowatt hour on electric two-wheelers to promote its sale. The government has facilitated the sale and registration of 2 and 3-wheeler electric vehicles without batteries to reduce their upfront cost. The government has exempted e-cart, e-rickshaw from various permits. We have also exempted battery-operated transport vehicle for paying registration fees to further incentivize the EV sale. Further, though financial institutes such as incentives such as 5% central taxes, that is GST, on EVs and exemption on interest paid on loans, we are taking major steps to assist EV adoption in India. All the regulation for the manufacturing of electric vehicles are also in place. We are soon planning to bring in incentives for construction equipment vehicles to be shifted on electric. Actually, I'm going to organize the meeting with the construction equipment manufacturing company. Already the JCB, which is from UK, India, they convert one JCB by using CNG, 50%. I request them to convert it on 100% CNG. So as a road minister, we are trying our level best that how we can change our construction equipments on electric, ethanol, bio-CNG and LNG. Because the pollution is the big concern. So 100% every side. Now we have got a lot of generators, and the presently generators are working on diesel. In place of diesel, we are now trying to convert generators on electricity, generators on ethanol, and particularly the green fuel and biofuel, because we need to think about pollution. Pollution is a crucial problem, and we have given a highest priority for that, and that is our big concern as far as our health problem is concerned.
The electric vehicle, oh sorry, go ahead.
All the regulation for the manual electric vehicle, all the regulation for the manual electric vehicle are also in place, and we are soon planning to bring in incentives for construction equipment vehicle to be shifted on electric. Through the Go Electric campaign, the awareness about the benefit of e-mobility and its early adoption in the general public is nicely expedited. We are getting a very warm response from citizens in the adoption of EVs. With further development in the EV ecosystem, government will take necessary steps from time to time in the interest of all concerned stakeholders. I am telling you, in Nagpur, in my own constituency, I am only using electric car. And many ministers are also now using electric car. So 100% now, day by day, our concept of electric car is becoming very, very popular. And I am confident that people by and large, the huge Indian market is available, and 100% they will go on that line.
Electric vehicle market, what would you say are the 2 or 3 big new opportunities for investors in India?
Being a transport minister, the government has set a target to build road worth rupees 15 lakh crore over 2 years. My aim is to construct a world-class national highway network and road infrastructure in the country. Our road construction is highest in the world, a national highway construction. When I taken charge, it was 13 kilometers per day, but now it is 37 kilometers per day. We are making 22 green express highway. We are making big green access control highway between Mumbai to Delhi, where you can easily go from Mumbai to Delhi within 12 hours. We have already successfully completed Delhi to Meerut. In place of 4.5 hours, now it is 45 minutes, we can go up to the Meerut. The Delhi-Dehradun, 2 hours. Delhi-Haridwar, 2 hours. And Delhi-Chandigarh in 2 hours. Delhi-Jaipur in 2 hours. So we are making lot of new roads, new green alignments, by which we are encouraging for good infrastructure, and that is going to be helpful for the e-car also. We are e-buses. 100% it is going to support that policy. And now I am planning for making of e-highway, where the electric cable will be there, a charging system will be there, and electric truck, electric buses, we are 100% taking the advantage of it, and we are working on that. Our target is we are trying to make it that, talking with the companies. We have chalked out a plan of monetizing the existing highway asset for infra capital generation. We are doing excellent job. Our toll income is very nice. We are constructing 65,000 km national highway under the Bharatmala program. We are developing 22 green express highway, access control express highway. To improve the logistic efficiency is very important. We need to reduce the logistic cost, and the highway is going to make a good, very, very important role in that line. Government is developing 35 multimodal logistic parks and allied ecosystems. There are huge opportunities in the installation of intelligent transport system, advanced traffic management system, centralized traffic control system, IoT, and AI-based driver information system, electronic road safety intervention, GPS-based toll collection, and logistic management system. We have planned to install an electric highway between Delhi to Mumbai expressway. That is, our planning is there. We are working on that. We have planned to shift public transport and logistics on alternative green and clean transport of fuels. We are also working on more sustainable transport system like broad gauge, metro rail, ropeway, cable car, funicular rail, and road train bus. Now the Prime Minister has already given me a special responsibility for public transport electricity for this metro rail. No, metro is a broad gauge, meter gauge, but ropeway, cable car, vernacular railway, road train bus is now with me, and we are trying to develop that. The new public transport mode like Hyperloop, Pod, and drone taxis, etc., is also gaining interest in the country. We are seeking for planning and development of integrated transport system where road, air, water, and new advanced last mile connectivity modes would enhance case of mobility across the country. We are also ready to welcome investment in technology that run on biofuels such as flex engines. We are committed to deliver flex engines that give the users an option to run on either 100% petrol or 100% bioethanol. Our agriculture is our real strength, and we intended to diversify that into energy and power sector. Investment of these themes will be very, very welcome. We are allowing 100% FDI. In the road sector, there is a great opportunity for joint ventures. We are ready to adopt the world's best technology without compromise with quality, cost effectiveness, and sustainability in road construction, in automobile sector, everywhere. So we are very much encouraging the people for that, and I am confident that people are giving good response. And being a MSME minister, micro, small and medium industries, we are committed to development of village, tribal, rural and agriculture economy and 115 aspirant districts. People here are educationally, socially and economically backward. Their GDP contribution is very less. There are huge untapped resources. With appropriate technology, investment and skill development, would have tremendous potential for new industry development and opportunity for export. Currently, the export share of for MSME is 49%, and I am targeting to increase it up to 60%. The agriculture sector is one of the important assets where the government is taking initiative to double the income of farmers through modernization. Khadi and village industry turnover is rupees 2 lakh crore, which targeted to be double in the next 2 years. I invite the industry and entrepreneurs to come forward. We will support them, we are welcoming them, and we will encourage them and cooperate them in India for the new technology and investment.
That you quite often use an electric vehicle yourself, and I have one, and one of the things that's the hardest, even in London, is to find a place to charge it. So tell me what steps you're taking in India to address this issue around charging infrastructure.
There are no benefits in the development of the EV ecosystem based on coal-based energy sources. The government is promoting two important measures to manage the EV charging load. The first measure promotes to use of renewable energy to charge electric. We are using solar power. Our solar power generation is very huge. Lot of thousands of projects are now. We are encouraging people for making solar energy. And idea is using solar energy for charging of e-vehicle. The first measure promotes the use of renewable energy to charge electric vehicles, which will reduce the load on transmission and distribution network. Faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid electric vehicles, FAME 2, links renewable energy sources with electric vehicle charging infrastructure. The second measure includes introducing the time of day charge for EV charging, and we have abundant solar energy, solar generated electricity charges. We are very low and ensure a zero carbon emissions cycle. Government has permitted to set up EV charging points across 69,000 petrol stations in the country. For charging infrastructure, domestic charging and lease models for EVs are becoming a popular option. Domestic charging facility at malls, parking lots, commercial places, at homes are making EVs more adoptable. Suresh Bhatt Sabhagro in Nagpur, in my constituency, we have 1100 car parking, and where we are already making the facility for EV charging. EV makers are providing different charging technology for changing, like charging box, battery swapping facility, and some of them are establishing own network of commercial charging stations. We are working on alternative charging option through utilizing the existing electrification infrastructure at metros, railways, solar parks, etc. And we are giving highest priority for that we want to use solar energy for e-vehicles.
Charging infrastructure into clean grids. Is that a consideration for India at this point?
Actually, we want to use solar energy for that.
मराठ्यांची तळपती तलवार म्हणजे